This is the Dell 16 Plus 2-in-1 laptop. We're going to unbox it straight ahead. Hey guys, it's Alex from Techaeris, and I'm back with another unboxing, this time of the Dell 16 Plus 2-in-1. This is the latest laptop to 2025 from Dell. This is going to be a new design and a new look as they've changed the naming convention of this whole series. So let's get into this unboxing. All right guys, I've already taken the Dell 16 Plus 2-in-1 out of the box because, as you've seen, it took up my entire desk. If I have one suggestion for Dell, is make the boxes a little smaller. It just seems obnoxiously big for the size of the laptop. So yeah, big box. So we took that out. Let's take a look at what's inside. You get your power cable, and that's just your normal stuff. Not much going on there. And your 65-watt charging brick. And that is pretty standard fare for Dell. Nothing major here. Although this, I will say, the charging brick in this case is a 65-watt, but it is larger than some of the other bricks you'll get from Lenovo and HP and from Asus that I've seen. So maybe make this a little slightly smaller, Dell. And also included in this box is the Dell pen, part number PN5122W, and we'll pop that out of the box real quick and take a look at that. So yeah, this is a standard Dell pen. Has your Dell logo here and your little button here, and of course your stylus tip, which I assume are replaceable, and I assume there's some in the box. There is your battery. We're not going to take all that out. You have a battery, and there are some tips in there, I believe, and some documentation. So we'll put that to the side. And here is your laptop, and they always put these in these kind of cloth bags. It says, "Welcome to Dell, let's do great things together." And we will open that up. And there is your laptop, and it's a beefy laptop. That's a thick boy. That is a big, thick laptop. I mean, I am talking by today's standards that I feel like this is thicker than some of the other stuff. But let's keep in mind it is a 2-in-1, so we might, you need a little bit of that thickness because of the hinges and the way it operates. So here on the back you have some venting, and it looks like, if I'm seeing this right, there's only one fan here. Don't see a second fan here. So I don't see, I think this is only a one fan vent. This looks like it might be a dummy part here. But here's your venting, and this is definitely different from what Dell's done in the past, just the way it looks. You have a large foot there and two small feet here, and what appears to be speakers on either side, right there. So on this side here you have the rear hinges and a lot of venting there. And one thing I didn't mention, this color is called Midnight Blue. A lot of these manufacturers are coming out with these blue colors. Kind of looks like a slate grayish to me, but I mean, I do have a blue pad here, so mouse pad. And here you have the Dell logo. And it looks like they've gone away with the circular deal, and it's just this deal now. And just pretty plain Jane there. Well, let's look at the ports and see what we got to play with here. On this side we get a USB-A port and a headphone jack. And on the other side, I'm going to turn it upside down. I have an HDMI port and two USB-C ports, which I'm assuming are Thunderbolt 4, but we will clarify in the spec section when we do the B-roll. All right, let's open this guy up. Let's start down here on the deck. This is a diving board track pad, and it feels okay. I feel like right about here is where we lose tactility on the sides here. It's not responding, but up straight the middle. Up the middle here we get pushing. There's some flex in this keyboard deck here, I'm feeling. But here's your Copilot key. and then your keyboard, full-size keyboard with a number pad. And I do believe this is your power button and your fingerprint sensor right here at the top. You do get a backlit keyboard. And this is a very different design. I mean, from what Dell's done in the past. Obviously, they're trying to rebrand and reimagine their line. And this is the 16-inch display here. And there is your display. One thing I just noticed, when you open this up here, you open up the lid, the hinge back here kind of pushes the deck up a little bit. When you push it back, that kind of comes up just a slight bit. So that's actually kind of nice for viewability. I like that, and for typeability here. So this is a very interesting design. I don't have much to say about it right now. This is different. Very different from what I'm used to from a Dell. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll some B-roll and take a look at the specs. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and just give this a turn so you know that it is a 2-in-1. So you can use it like this if you'd like, and it is touchscreen. And let's take a look real quick. We have 1 terabyte of storage on this guy, with a usable of 954, 32 gigs of RAM installed, and this is running a Core Ultra 7 258V and 32 gigs of RAM. I already said that. And the graphics card is the Intel Arc, 128 megabytes. Let's roll some B-roll and let's talk specs further in on this whole thing, and we'll talk some features on this whole new Dell Plus lineup. This is very interesting to me. This is a real departure from what they've done in the past, and so I'm excited to try this thing out and see how I feel about the change in branding as well as in design. Alright guys, let's talk about the tech specs on this Dell 16 Plus 2-in-1. This, like I said, is a brand new design and naming convention for Dell. They redid everything CES 2025. They introduced the new naming convention. I'm still not sure how I feel about it, but you know, it is what it is. Here we have the Intel Core Ultra 7 258V with 47 TOPS MPU, 8 cores up to 4.8 gigahertz, and of course you are running Windows 11 Home, but you can also get Windows 11 Pro for business if you want. This does have the Intel Arc graphics on board, and it is a 16-inch 2.5K mini LED touch-enabled HDR 600 90 Hz display with Comfort View Plus. 90 Hz is good. It'd been nice to see 120, but 90 Hz is at least better than 60. So with memory, we get 32 gigs of LPDDR5X, 8533 MTS memory on package on board. And then with the storage, this is running the 1 terabyte M.2 PCIe NVMe solid state drive. You can upgrade to 2 terabytes on this particular model. The color is midnight blue, and in certain lights it does look blue, but it kind of looks grayish as well. So it's kind of morphs in color. There is a fingerprint reader. We talked about that already, and you do get a trial of Microsoft 365. And of course, Dell always puts the McAfee Premium 30-day trial on board as well, something that I don't like. I wish they'd get rid of that, but you can delete that if you'd like. The keyboard is carbon black, and it is backlit with a Copilot key and the numeric keypad, of course. And for ports, as we talked about, we get a Type A port, which is USB 3.2 Gen 1, 5 gigabits per second. For the 2 USB-C ports that we talked about in the unboxing, the first one is a USB 3.2 Gen 2, 10 gigabits per second Type C port with DisplayPort 1.4 and power delivery, while the other is a Thunderbolt 4, 40 gigabits per second with DisplayPort 2.1 and power delivery. And of course, you get an HDMI 2.1 port and the universal audio jack. As far as dimensions go, this is has a height of 16.9 millimeters, a width of 356.78 millimeters, and a depth of 250.60 millimeters. And the starting weight is 4.52 pounds, and that can vary depending on your configuration. The touchpad is a precision touchpad, and it is diving board style. It is not haptic. and we kind of played around with that on the unboxing. And it does have a 1080p camera at 30 frames per second with dual array microphones for your video calls. So the cover, the LCD cover and the base cover, so the top and the bottom are made of aluminum, and the bezel and the palm rest are made of plastic. So your deck is made of plastic, and it actually looks like aluminum. So you can also get this in ice blue. They have the midnight blue is what we have, but you can also get what they call ice blue. And you are running Intel's Wi-Fi 7 on this particular model with Bluetooth. It doesn't say the Bluetooth version. I'm assuming it's 5.4, but it might be 5.2. The integrated battery is 64 watt hours, 4-cell battery. And of course we talked about the 65 watt Type-C adapter, and you do get the Dell Active Pen included in this. So that is about it, guys. I wanted to do this unboxing and post this for you, and we will have a review on Techaeris.com in the near future. Make sure you check that out. In the meantime, thanks so much for watching. Make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you comment below if you have something to say, or if you have any questions. I'll try to answer whatever questions come by, and I do my best to do that when I can. But hey, it's a rainy day here, and hopefully it's sunshiny where you are. Please take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will talk to you on the other side.